Hi, it's Conor Svensson here, founder and CEO of Web3 Labs, and this is your week in NFTs on Monday, the 25th of October 2021. Highlights this week include there's been a surge in sales of NBA Top Shots. Bored Ape has had a record sale. Rarible introduces zero-cost minting. A report states that there's a lot of whales holding NFTs on Ethereum. And the Mojito NFT platform spins out of serotonin. The 7-day NFT sales are up 18.7%. with a volume of 357 million exchanged with an average price of $2,373. According to the NFT data aggregator CryptoSlam, it says there's been a 128% surge in sales of NBA Top Shots following a release that happened this week of a new booster pack series. So this booster pack series focused on a pivotal series in NBA history, and it's got a basketball player called Dwayne Wade, and it's got the first moments of him on Top Shots. So he's one of the 6 NBA Hall of Famers who are making their first appearance in the series, which also includes Shaquille O'Neal, Allen Iverson, Ben Wallace, and Tracy McGrady. These packs are $169. But each one contains a run it back moment, and there's a number of archive set moments as well, which make it easier for people to pick up historical NBA Top Shots moments. And so there's been 9,921 purchases of those collectibles over a 24-hour period, and so they've certainly seen like a big increase there. We've spoken a lot in the past about NBA Top Shots and just quite how popular they've been. They were created by Dapper Labs, who created the Crypto Kitties, kind of the original NFT that people went crazy for on Ethereum, but this is on their Flow blockchain. Rarible, the NFT marketplace, has introduced a new functionality there called lazy minting, which basically means that users can actually create NFTs without a cost to them. They're coming at this for a couple of reasons. One is to enhance the whole environment sustainability on the platform, but also to ensure that creators don't have to pay gas fees and so on, which are these are typically issues they face on some of the blockchains. So the idea here is that instead of actually putting these NFTs on the blockchain right when they're minted, what they're doing is that these NFTs are actually minted when they actually get sold. So the buyer actually pays the gas fees. And so it's certainly an interesting move forward by Rarible. They've got a lot of traction with their NFT marketplace, and so it's definitely good to see these sorts of innovations emerging. The Hong Kong-based firm Animoca Brands, which we've spoken about previously on this podcast, it's had another funding round, this time for $65 million. That gives it a valuation of $2.2 billion, which is a big increase when they last raised money in July, which gave them valuation of $1 billion. So their investors there include Coinbase and Samsung. According to their executive chairman, it wasn't about the money. They'd seen additional interest from prospective investors who didn't realize they were raising funds, and they saw this more as a strategic opportunity to create alliances with big players in the traditional gaming space such as Ubisoft. And so it's again kind of speaks to the value of these sorts of investment rounds. It's not, it certainly doesn't always have to be financially driven, but having the right partners on board as investors can certainly open up to new marketplaces and so on to them. Bored Ape from Bored Ape Yacht Club number 8585 sold for a record-breaking $2.7 million, or just under 697 ETH, and this is the most that a Bored Ape has actually sold for. There's been a lot of hype over these NFTs during the last month or two, and in the last 20 days alone, there's been 2 others that have sold for over $1 million. The actual buyer as well had bought a few other NFTs recently, including a couple of CryptoPunks too. According to the open source blockchain analytics firm Moonstream, they've published a report that apparently 17% of addresses control more than 80% of all NFTs on Ethereum. What this speaks to, of course, is that you've got these kind of whales who hold the majority of the NFTs that are being published on Ethereum. The remainder of the owners were generally people who own a handful of tokens, apparently. The sports-focused collectible NFT firm Candy Digital, they've raised $100 million in a financing round, giving them a $1.5 billion valuation. They had SoftBank Vision Fund as well as Insight Partners actually co-lead the funding round, but they've had a number of high-profile additional participants there as well. So Candy Digital has sold almost 42,000 NFTs so far. And they only actually launched on the 1st of July, but what they're doing is they're creating ecosystems for people to buy, sell and trade officially licensed Major League Baseball NFTs. This is on top of the sidechain Palm that we've spoken about previously for the marketplace. They're also going to be releasing some offerings tied to the World Series and MLB playoffs. And then finally, the platform Mojito has been spun out of Serotonin. Serotonin is a Web3 marketing agency and product studio, and that was created by Consensus's former CMO there. And Mojito is the tech platform that was behind the Sotheby's Metaverse NFT marketplace, which we spoke about last week. And so they've actually had a $20 million funding round that's happened with giving them a $100 million valuation. Given that they've launched this metaverse for Sotheby's, it certainly bodes well for the strength of the platform, and it enables everything such as minting NFTs, setting up royalties, accepting fiat and crypto payments and KYC and so on and so forth. So in addition to Sotheby's, there was a number of other investors there, but it's certainly going to set them up well for the future. That's all we have for this week in NFTs. If you're interested in enterprise blockchain and protocols, crypto or DeFi updates, please check out our other Week in Blockchain updates. If you want to learn more also about the people driving a lot of this blockchain innovation, do check out our Blockchain Innovators podcast, where I speak to individuals who've made significant contributions to the blockchain ecosystem. Find out what inspires these innovators and get their thoughts on the latest industry news and events spanning crypto, blockchain, protocols, DeFi, NFTs, DAOs and IoT. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.